my song. Let's sing it. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's it, sing. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah!
All right, I just stepped out of the theater, so I just wanted to fucking record this right now. I've been meaning to just start doing this while movies are like fresh in my mind and stuff. Not that I like to spoil any of this shit. But yeah, hello, and welcome to a fabulous Saturday edition of the Coolest Geek Alive. I've got a fucking great, coolest pick for you. Last year, I was all about Bob Odenkirk in Nobody, and this year, I am equally fucking enthused about Nobody 2. It's just as good, if not maybe better. I think Nobody 2 in particular, I don't want to call, Nobody 1. I don't want to say that Nobody 1 was like uneven, because it's not uneven, but there were some scenes in particular, and one in particular, that fucking bus scene, that was just so damn memorable. But this movie is kind of like a little bit more consistent, maybe, just more of the same, but excellent. There's a lot of, when you watch a sequel, there's a lot of, let's recreate that success. Let's recreate this success. Let's recreate this. Let's recreate this. And in this instance, they changed the location in a major way by sending the main character of Nobody and his family on vacation. And because they do that, it just sort of makes everything feel legitimately different. And because of even like the setup at the beginning, for those of you who watch Nobody, and I'll spoil Nobody just a little bit, the basic premise to it is that Nobody was and I think he's called an auditor. He's somebody who goes and kills people, and he lets somebody go because that guy, and you find this out like towards the middle of the movie, but it's very poignant. He lets somebody go who like begs him. He's like, I'll quit. I won't ever do this again. And he goes to check in on the guy years later, and he finds, he went legit. He's got a kid. He's got a wife. And he said he looked genuinely happy. And he just kind of went, I want what this guy has. So he like retires and he gets married to this wonderful girl, and he has 2 kids, but his life just becomes boring as fuck. And he's kind of just living in this very tired existence. And the movie acts as like a catalyst where he gets drawn back into being a badass, and he gets himself into like a really difficult situation. And actually in this movie, he's paying off the damage that he caused at the end of the last movie through taking a lot of jobs. So he's missing a lot of time with his family, but you see him, instead of like going to work day in and day out doing meaningless shit, he's going to work day in and day out, kicking ass and taking names, killing people. And it's great. So, so this is a little different. We get this guy who is a hired killer, and his family knows what he does, blah, blah, blah. And now he decides to take the family on a trip. Little does he know that this trip where he's taking his family is a place that he went to as a kid. And he thought like it's like the only memory that he had of like a family trip that was good. But this town is kind of a messed up town, which was why his dad, who's also like a black ops kind of military man, played by Christopher Lloyd, who's fucking great. That's why he was in that town, and things in that town are still a little wonky. The cast is fucking great here. Of course, you got returning as Becca Mansell, who's Hutch Mansell, the main character, Nobody, played by Bob Odenkirk. His wife, it's Connie Nielsen. She's wonderful. Really enjoy her. This is just like a nice balance between, her just, typical kind of wife motif, slight frustration with the husband, whatever else, but a real deep warmth and love for the character, because a lot of it, demands that she sort of be unenthused about what's going on one level or another. But beneath that is just always this great love for her husband, and this really tough man that he is, and the type of man that wanted to have a nice family, and it has real values that she shares on whatever level. So you love that. His son and daughter, they're not big name actors. Gage Monroe, Paisley Kadurath. They're wonderful. But the cast surrounding him, some of which are returning from last film, which is his father, Christopher Lloyd, who's David Mansell, and his brother, his adopted brother, Harry Mansell, who's played by RZA, or I don't know if you pronounce it Raza. I've never been sure. He's one of the members of the fucking Wu-Tang Clan. So I gotta make sure that that's right, but I'm pretty sure that is right. I think he is. I'm not a huge Wu-Tang fan. I mean, I'm aware of Wu-Tang, but they're not one of my big bands. And if you want to write me at jesseblaze@jessesnyder.com and tell me about how I'm fucking dropping the ball, not being a big Wu-Tang fan, tell me where to start. I'm a little overwhelmed when I go and look at their catalog. They have so many albums and shit, and I've just been like, ugh. And I'm a little harder to please when it comes to rap, but I do like some good rap music. So turn me on, get me into the band. So if I deserve it, or maybe Raz's different part of something different. I'm pretty sure he's a Wu-Tang guy. Anyway, he plays his brother. Both of these guys are in the first movie. And they're great. The little relationship interactions it was awesome in the first movie. It's awesome here, because this movie's got all of this stuff with, they're in an Atlantic City type town with fairs and arcade and, rides and things like that. It's really quite cool. And like I said, it gives a whole different aesthetic to the world that they're living in. And then sending him out into this world, it is a lovely kind of star-studded affair with all the people who are showing up to be the bad guys that he's facing off against, including John Ortiz, who plays Wyatt Martin, who's the son of the guy who owns this summer destination town. He's really good. I've always liked him. He's very charming. Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, who plays Sheriff Abel, who is just this fucking shitty town sheriff. Boy, do you want to punch him in the face. It's wonderful. And then Sharon Stone, who's the tippy top guy within the organization, and she is a fucking crazy bitch. But she fucks so good, I'm on top of it. But she is a crazy bitch, and really played very well by her. I was impressed, convincingly. She was nutty and felt fully formed and really seemed authentically unhinged, I guess would be the word. Loved her, loved all of it, really. There's plenty of other faces that you may recognize that are lesser known actors or whatever else, but it's an actioner. It's great. It's funny, just like the first one was. It's heartwarming in a lot of the same ways that the first one was, but maybe even more so because in the first movie, it starts with him kind of his family being kind of disappointed in him, that, they get robbed and he lets the people go, basically just because he could take them out easily, and it's just kind of silly. There's a couple different reasons, but he ends up kind of feeling a little emasculated by the whole situation, especially from his son, and how his son's feeling about how he, these two people and you just let them get away, Dad, kind of thing. But in this movie, there's a lot more intermingling, between the family, and a lot more, sort of knowing of who Dad really is, which makes it very satisfying because you like Dad. Dad is a badass, and he's cool, and he's a good guy, and he's got a good moral compass, and he does things largely for the right reasons, even though he's going off and killing people at various times, because that's what his job is. But it all just plays excellent, and I really love it. Love it. So, that's it. I'm not going to spoil any more of the movie. Nobody 2, it's just as good as Nobody 1, maybe even a little mark better. I fucking love Nobody 1. I've watched probably 4, maybe even 5 times since it came out because it's just such an enjoyable movie. One of those things that you can put on the background whenever and just oh, fuck, I love this part. Oh, and you look up when it's great. And Nobody 2 is going to be just like that for me. So, fuck yeah, man. Go see it. Really highly recommended. You know, for me, it was like a 1, 2, even 3 punch because I did Niza 2, which was fucking, you know, I did that instant classic last week. Then I saw Nobody 2, and then right when we got home, I watched Nona's on Netflix. So you know, I mean, like, you know, technically speaking, I'm a day late on doing my fucking out of the theater thing. But you know, but I just like want to do it as fast as possible while I'm like thinking about it and shit. So I just picked up my phone this morning after I woke up and had my tea, and I went up. Out of the theater response. So, you know, this as close as I can get right now. Next time, I'm going to try to actually do this at the theater, but it's a little hard to do it when I'm with my girlfriend or my kids or whatever because they have to wait around. But this is much sooner, me recording this, than normally. Normally, I would be in my studio and I'd record it, but I just wanted to like get it out as I was thinking about all this stuff because I'm just thinking about how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, and like, fuck, man, I got so much. This is probably going to take a week or two before this actually gets posted. But yeah, man, watch it. Anyway, I'm about to launch my Solfeggio Transmissions Kickstarter for this album that I made using AI. It's really difficult to create music in healing frequencies. You know, say I wanted to do it live, I'd need 9 differently tuned guitars, 9 differently tuned basses if I wanted to play all the solfeggio frequencies that I have in this album, the Solfeggio Transmissions Volume 1. I just put it out through iTunes and Spotify a few months ago, but we're doing a physical release, and you're going to get a free gift if you order it through our Kickstarter, a free gift of a Greatest Hits Volume 1 of like just some of the best shit that I've ever put out across all my albums, and a really cool Covered in Flames CD, which is going to be all cover songs that I've recorded that I haven't been able to release because I have to pay all this money. But I realized basically if I just gave it away as a free gift for everybody, that I could bypass having to fucking pay for any rights for anything. So I got songs that I did of We're Not Gonna Take It mashed with We're Gonna Make It from Twisted Sister and written by my father. The Price, which used to be available a long time online when a record company that I was working with had paid for it, but it's not available anymore. Ace of Spades by Motorhead, a Butch Walker tribute, some really cool a mashup and a parody song that Dilf USA made, and a couple others. So really cool. These are free gifts that you'll get alongside the Solfeggio Transmissions Volume 1. I plan to do a lot more of these. Usually when you go to get healing frequency music, it's always Om and humming and all this shit. You know, it's not pop, rock, blues, and soul music, you know, stuff that everybody enjoys. This is modern music, but tuned to healing frequencies. And I wanted to make it in physical copies, you know, so you could have it in your car and put it in your CD player and be blasting this thing and soaking in all of the good vibes because it's legitimately healing for you. And the solfeggio frequencies, each one sort of heals in a different way and heals a different facet of your body. In the future, I'm going to be doing full albums of each of the individual frequencies, and I'm really excited to get to those when I get to those. I've already started work on the first solfeggio frequency album, Beyond. My first one for Volume 2. I've already started work on that. So it's really cool. There are a lot of personal songs for me. I wasn't originally going to do this. I was making these songs with the AI and doing the healing frequency thing for myself. Most of these songs were things that I've been sitting on for like up to 30 years. Music that I loved so much, but I just never had a good excuse to record it with a band. Either it was like the wrong style for the band or it wasn't like the right thing for an album at the time or whatever, but they were important songs to me. There's even a little side album called the Heart Album that literally includes songs that I made for my daughter, Logan Lane, for my son, Grayson Wayne, for my other daughter, Parker Pride, for my mom, for my girlfriend. There's an alternative version of the song that's on the Solfeggio Transmissions album, and then a song that I had written for my friends. There's another song that I wrote for my son Cassidy, but he doesn't want me to record it. He's like embarrassed of it. I don't know, but it's a good cute little song. It's like a reggae song though, but he hates it. So I asked him if I could record it, and he said no. So I was like, okay. I won't record it. So that's not that I love him any less. He told me not to do it. I want to include it. I feel like I'm like jipping my son. But anyway, this campaign is really cool. It's launching on September 17th. It's going for 33 days, but it will be open after the fact, even though there's a slight like price increase for everything if you come into the campaign late. So get into the campaign September 17th, or you can go to Kickstarter right now, sign up for notifications, and you will be notified as soon as the campaign goes live. After that campaign's wrapped up, shortly after, I will be launching the Sugar and Bones magazine campaign finally. Yes, I'm so excited about that. That is our replacement for Heavy Metal Magazine. It's a comic book anthology, but it also photo spreads and other things. It's a little bit of a teaching magazine where I've got really wonderful creative people who are giving their 2 cents about art and music and everything. And then also it's a lover of fucking entertainment and art and creativity magazine where we're going to have sections on films and music and people gushing about their favorite music and films and comics and everything that's ever been made on planet Earth, all the best stuff. I want this to be a magazine for the next generation of artists to be able to learn about all sorts of art, all sorts of creativity in one place, one-stop shopping to fucking raise your vibration in terms of what it means to be an artist or what it means to be a lover of the arts like I am. Anyway, if that sounds good to you, please go to Kickstarter right now. Type in Jesse Blaze Snyder, and like all those fucking campaigns will show up. But the Solfeggio Healing Frequency Music is the name of the campaign for the new one. Anyway, I'm so stoked about that. My Monday show, Everything They Don't Want You to Know, is excellent. I just did an episode on the Archons last week, or 2 weeks ago now. That's a really good one. It's all about fucking possessing entities and the ghosts, the whisperers, and the fucking thing, people worshiping demons and all this shit. Like, it's a legit thing, but they don't have the power that people think they fucking have. The power is in you, and this episode is all about that. So you check out that. And then I've got a great music show that is on hiatus right now. It's called All Your Favorite Bands Suck. It's 55 of my favorite bands of all time, and me playing clips of their music, a little bit too much clips of their music because Spotify shut us down. But we're still available on iTunes and everywhere else you can find podcasts except for Spotify. And I highly recommend the episodes as they are right now before I have to edit them, because these episodes currently have a lot of like my favorite songs from all these bands, and it's a really good way to get into these bands listening to these episodes. So if you want to get into some new music, oh man, I'm not myopic when it comes to like musical genres. I like all sorts of music, so there's a lot of different options, a lot of different types of bands. If you're somebody who loves music like me, go check out All Your Favorite Bands Suck. You will be happy that you did. Anyway, I hope you come back next Saturday, where I'm definitely going to be talking about fucking Nonas, and I'm probably going to hang up this recording and immediately record Nonas as like my out of theater response to that too, even though it's out of my fucking backyard TV watching Nonas with my kids and my girl. But Nonas was great, and I'm going to talk about that one next, and that'll be next Saturday. But in the meantime, I hope you'll join me again next Wednesday for another fucking awesome episode of the Coolest Geek Alive. This past episode was awesome. It's all about Eric Larson's Savage Dragon, one of my fucking favorite comic series of all time, and one of Robert Kirkman, the creator of Invincible, The Walking Dead, brilliant dude. Friend of mine, is one of his favorites of all time. And so I kind of mysteriously labeled the episode. It's all about like Robert Kirkman from past Wednesday's episode, but really it's just me talking about literally my inspiration for so much of the things that I do in this world, Eric Larson's Savage Dragon. So check out that episode for Wednesday. And again, join me next Wednesday for another fucking awesome episode of the Coolest Geek Alive. Love you guys. Peace out.
You've been listening to Coolest Geek Alive with me, your host, Jesse Blaze Snyder. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more excellent geek culture content. Thanks for listening.
It's my favorite part! Isn't that heavy? I played that! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Coolest alive! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Stay with your tribe! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Revenge of the Geeks! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Week after weeks! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Laughing with you! It's gonna be fucking awesome! And crying sometimes too! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Spelling it out! It's gonna be fucking awesome! Making you shout! gonna be fucking awesome.
Talking some shit.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Living legit.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Foot in our mouth.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Get in the mouth.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Tell all your friends.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. Call right or text. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Raising the bar.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Straight to the stars.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
It's starting soon.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Passing the moon.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
On with the show.
It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Ready, set, go.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Just wait. You'll see. You'll all see.
The podcast playground. Hooray!